Can AI code me a game of its choosing? Let's find out. Popular. No, I want something more specific than that. Suggest one type of game for me to make. A 2D endless runner game? How about we do a 3D one? I'm not big on 2D asset creation, but maybe a 3D endless runner. Okay, how about okay. Walk me through coding a 3D endless runner game in Unity. Okay, so it's definitely wow. Okay, going through all the steps here. So what we can do is we can start a project then. And then we can get it to maybe set us up the player controller for it, and so kind of follow through these steps that it's giving us. So okay, let's create a new project here. We're gonna do a 3D project. I want to do URP. Yeah, sure. We'll download the template. We're just gonna call this AI runner. Okay, so we got our project loaded now, so we can start trying to get it to create us some stuff. So in here, what I'm gonna do is I will create empty, call this player character controller. Let's get it to create us a movement script. Okay, well, it gave us our script. Assumes that you have an empty game object representing your character with the rigid body component attached. Well, assumes that find the jump and slide input access in Unity Input Manager. Okay. Need to attach script to your character game object, just the valuable game requirements. So it's hand holding us not too bad here. So what we're gonna do is they want endless runner character controller for the class. So what we can do is we can do that and then copy this all into that. And let's run our character controller, new script. And let's run our character controller. We will keep that to what they want so that when they refer back to it in other scripts, then it will be exactly the same that it's looking for. So we can open this up in Visual Studio. We can paste in exactly what it had us do here. Save that out. It did public a lot of things that I would probably change, but for now we can see that. I think it said it wanted us to have a rigid body on here as well. Let's go back here. Then we have to add the jump and slide input access for the Unity Input Manager. And then maybe we don't even need the character controller on here as well. Let's disable that for now, just to see if it controls that itself. Okay, so let's go into the Input Manager. We will increase the size to 31. Change this to slide, and I believe left shift might be good. See if that works. I haven't used this. This is not the method that I would do for input normally, but we will see how that works out with that. So probably what we're going to have to do then, let's see what actually it set us up here in the script. Forward speed, jumping, slide. Okay. So it has this sliding, it has this jumping. It looks like maybe it does want to have the character controller enabled on here to be able to walk at least. Let's add an empty called as visual. Then add another empty. Let's add a. Disable this and just add it as a 3D object, or add this one as a capsule. Sure. Why not? This is capsule. We have the camera here. Let's add a plane here so we can see what we're doing here. We can drop this down. Now let's hit play and to see if the character actually does anything. Ooh. Take ground not defined. It didn't really tell me to do that, did it? Okay. So it's looking for a tag for ground to know if that collision is something that it should be grounded to. So let's add a tag. Let's call this ground. Let's tag this as ground. Clear that out and then see what happens. Okay, the player's moving for some reason. Maybe it's always moving. Is that what the script is doing? RV moving, forward speed. Okay, so because endless runner, right. So we actually don't need the character controller because we're not going to be controlling it. This is actually going to be moving the player forward automatically. So the player is actually moving there. And let's see, let's go into scene view. So it's going to be moving in the forward direction, which is the Y movement here, right? So what we'll probably want to do is want to orient the camera the other way. Otherwise, it's going to go sideways. We can also scale this on the Z-axis, maybe here. And then we can just for now maybe our parent the camera to the player, and then rotate the camera around the y-axis. And let's get it going. Should be yep. Actually, it looks like it was facing the right direction there. Let's see what happens now. Okay. Okay, let's try, because I think it's tipping over. Let's try doing taking off gravity here, and is kinematic. That might give us more what we want. Except the player is not moving now. Turn off his kinematic. Okay, there we go. It's more of the gravity issue, I think, that was causing it to tip over. It's still kind of going in a different way than I would have expected, because it should have been going forward, right? Forward speed, taking the Y. Oh, no, it is applying it to the X. It is applying it to the X. Okay, that's kind of weird, because I would have rather it do it to the Z axis, so that it would actually follow the forward, right? So everything that we do later on would be going forward. So let's swap that around, and then oops, I turned that back off again. I have to turn that off. Player. Okay, so we got our player going that way. Turn off that. Hit play. So we have that. Our player can jump very far, but probably because it's not using gravity now, it's also Also not coming back down, right? But if we use it like this, the capsule is just going to go crazy. Okay, so how about for this we stop the rotation. We don't need it to rotate, right? We just want it to go forward. I think that works for now. Maybe we might have to do it different later. But I think for now it got us there. We can jump. I don't know what the sliding is doing. Maybe my keybind's not working for that. Let's see what the slide is supposed to do. There's character skill or animations for sliding if needed. Okay, so it doesn't really actually implement any sliding function onto here from the looks of it. It just has the ability to do something when we press that if we decide we want to slide. Okay. So it seems like our AI did do it. I got our player jumping and moving, and I didn't even have to code anything. So check out the next video and we'll see what happens next.